So I'm going for my morning walk, and I just want to share some inspiration that I had, something that I want to share as part of my journey with you, and hopefully that it gives you a little nugget of inspiration, or maybe you plant a seed in your life, just like a lot of information did in my life. See, I'm over here walking where I walk every morning in this little beach, but not that long ago I found myself on the other side of this waterway in that hospital after being sick and bedridden for almost a year. I sat there for a week, and I would look over here, barely being able to walk, and saying, one day you'll be over there. And visualizing that, even though in my reality, I had no way of really actually seeing it as being factual. But there's one thing that happens. You're going to face challenges throughout your life. Some of them you're not going to be able to change right away. Some of them there are going to be things that you can do. But regardless of those challenges, there's one thing that you need to do. And that is do and say what you want it to be possible. Even if it's impossible at the time, focus on that. Focus on that small little progress, because that small little progress can make the whole difference in your life. It can make the whole difference from going from one place to another place that you want to get to. You see, what I found was that I submerged myself in information. I submerged myself in positive things. I submerged myself in visualizing. On top of my ceiling, I would look up as I was bedridden, looking at pictures that I had posted of experience that I wanted in my life, that fulfilled me, and I would sit back and close my eyes and visualize them and experiencing them. And what that did for me is that it gave me this understanding that it was possible. Even if it was impossible in my exterior and everything else was telling me it was impossible, I still had that nugget of hope. And I did those little things that created progress in my life. And that progress, even though it was taking that little step or walking 10 feet when I could barely walk, or even that step of being able to write a couple things down that inspired me, or saying I'm going to record a 5-minute video to a program that I wanted to create. Whatever that was, whatever time it could do, if I was little progress, at the end of the night I would sit down and I would see the little progress I would do. I wouldn't focus on the things that I couldn't get done. I didn't focus on the things that weren't right. I didn't focus on the things that with my body were messing with my body and mind and head and the circumstances that I had, the things that I lacked. I focused on things that I did have. I focused on the little progresses that did happen. And I celebrated those because I knew those progress would lead to bigger progresses. So what I'm trying to point out is that focus on the things that you want. And sometimes the impossible becomes possible. And then that possible becomes reality. So always look for that little progress. Always look for those little nuggets. Create that lifestyle around you that will help you build yourself personally, emotionally. And that will give you the tools to one day get there, even if you can't physically or mentally get there now. Because the more you see it, the more your mind will create the possibilities for that to happen. Remember, you're in full control at the end of the day. And that sometimes negative things will happen, but those negative things will happen just to be able to give you the blessing that you need and the tools that you need to get you where you need to get to. So just remember that in a blink of an eye, your life can change. Because in less than 16 months of being there, not barely even able to walk, financially being completely strained because I couldn't work at the time, to being where I had visualized myself being, living in this beautiful paradise, having my health back, but it was the little incremental things that I did to build up that momentum that can get me from point A to point B. And this is where now I get to walk every morning. And I say it not to brag or whatever it may be, because I'm no different than anyone else. I'm not more talented, I'm not more skilled. But I submerge myself with things that would help me grow. And all I'm asking from you and all I'm telling you is that if you plant those seeds of change and you can see them, you can create them in your own reality, no matter what the challenge is. Thank you.